Hey Peaches, how you doing, pretty girl? Sorry for my late arrival. I will explain once I sit down. I saw you playing earlier. That was nice. Let me check your box. Looks like you used it. There's a rainbow out there somewhere. Sun's shining, but it's recently rained, very recently. Miss Peaches demands a pristine litter box. Hold on, girl. I'm about to sit down. So I woke up a little while ago and I was laying in bed and I thought I'd play a game of solitaire on my new Surface 3 tablet. Normally I play maybe 6 games between losing a game, and I wanted to see how the ending animation or sequence was. Well, I lost more than 6 games in a row and I got stubborn, and I decided I was going to keep playing until I won. Well, I didn't win. After 42 games, 4-2, I noticed it was almost 2 p.m. and I gave up and took a shower and came in here. Jeez. Of course, if I played one more game, I'm sure I would have won. I told myself that lots of times. Stopped believing it. What? Any fresh nip on there? Huh? Is that what it is? I'm late and I didn't put the fresh nip down. It's over here. Yeah, the Surface tablet was nice enough to give me my playing statistics. 0 games won, 42 games played, 0% win ratio. There could be kids watching, you know. I had a sudden urge to make a certain finger gesture, but I shall refrain. I'm watching chat if you have questions. Well, Poppy, I think I played like 15 games. Then my arm got tired because I was like reaching over toward the tablet, which was propped up. I dozed off for like a half hour, and then I kept playing again. Yes, she is eating the catnip. Cats will do that. Yeah, it's like every time I flip over a new card, I can maybe make one extra move, and that was it. No chains. I flip a red six. If I move a red six off, a red six would pop up. I'm like, Emily asked, how does Peaches get along with other cats? Her surrender paperwork said that she lived with other cats and played with them. So far, whenever I did short introductions, she growled and hissed at my cats, but her tail stayed up. So those hisses are more of a, I don't know you, don't get too close to me. This is my room. Not funny, Susan. Susan commented that losing at solitaire is better than letting your virtual badger starve. Right, John? There's a game called Shelter, in which you play a mama badger and you're trying to get your baby badgers to the promised land. That's what I call it. And along the way, you have to keep them fed or they will starve and die. You have to watch out for dangers such as eagles, hawks that will swoop down, pick up your baby, and then you can see your baby flying off into the to the sunset. Well, after you finish the game, there's a Tamagotchi type mode where you play every day and you feed the babies. It's like this little electronic um, pets from the 80s and 90s. But you gotta keep them fed, you gotta keep them brushed and all that. Well, it was easy. You just sign on once a day and feed the guys, feed the baby badgers. After 22 days of that, Assassin's Creed Rogue was released on the PC. 3 days later, I remembered the badgers. The game will forgive 2 days, not 3. I logged on and there was all the baby badgers. Wasn't pretty. And they sunk into the ground. I'm trying to not be too graphic because there could be kids listening, but I was traumatized for all of 2 minutes. Oh, I was. It's like I saw them, the badgers, you can tell how hungry they are because if they're fully fed, their coat is brown. The hungrier they get, the grayer their coat gets. I loaded up the game and all the almost fully adult badgers were laying there gray, very gray, not moving. So I ran off, tried to find food, and came back and they were gone. Of course, there was no food nearby. The game, if they collapse from hunger, you can run, grab food, bring it back, they'll eat it. Bang! You're fine again. It's a good game. Saddest ending in any game in history, even sadder than that. Kate asks if Cougar has been granted an audience with Miss Peaches yet. He has. There was a fence separating them. You know, Cougar, Socks, and Savvy. They all said their hellos, more or less. They all ignored Peaches. Peaches did not ignore them. Savvy did not actually walk into the room. She just kind of looked out there and meowed a bit. Oh, medication. Be right back. I forgot her meds. I was about to say, need to wait for her medication round to be done before I bring Cougar in. I'm a bad foster. Medicine. I need to give him medicine, not answer phone calls. Unknown number. You can go to voicemail. If I don't know you, I don't answer. Okay, Carol. Oh, hold on a sec. Hello, is this Erica? Okay, this is John. I got your voicemail. You can go ahead and order them in red. Yeah, not a problem. Okay, sounds good. Hmm. You too. Bye bye. That was the skating rink. I evidently wore my wheels out, and I ordered a new set, and the color that I wanted was not in stock. Yeah, as I put my skates on last Thursday, and I noticed there was a line on one of the wheels. I was like, "What the?" And then I realized as I tried scraping it off, it wasn't coming off. And I looked closer, and the outside part of the wheel was actually splitting off. Why? Because I put so much pressure on it, speed skating, taking really tight turns. So I just swapped it on the outside right wheel and cut the bit off, and didn't even notice unless I was skating backwards. Dude, did you take one of your caps off? Yep, you sure did. Here it is. Got a bit of a nail cover too. You can replace that. Put nail caps on her left hind paw because she was scratching at her cheek and her claws were catching on her tumor, causing it to bleed. Let me see if you got enough for me to put anything on there. Yeah, I can put a claw on there. I don't know where my son put the stuff yet, so I'll wait till he gets home and he can help me. Be sure to thank Susan for CCing. They provide a much needed service for those who do not have speakers or who are deaf or cannot listen at work, for example. I'll try to talk slowly. She's not a fan of Tabby and Dorian meowing out in the hallway. coffee. Maybe I would have played better solitaire if I had coffee. But I didn't want to get up until I won. Well, she's not a fan of Tabby, not Savvy. Too many Abbies. The Critter Room mug is in the dishwasher, just washed. But I just reached in, grabbed a mug, and grabbed this one. In case you're wondering what it says keep calm and love programmers. And it has a mustache over it. I can't reach you. I'm too lazy. Hello. She likes blanket monsters. I feel sorry for whoever's toes the adopt her. If you go to Cafe Press, there's a chicken fish store. Joan, one of my previous adopters, who adopted Heine and Tesla of the Scientist Kittens, created the shop. She created some, she doesn't maintain it too much right now, but she was kind enough to add some t-shirts and coffee mugs for the Kitten Camp Con coming up. One of them has my Critter Room logo, or watermark, I should say. It's really a watermark, but I tend to say a logo a lot. A bit of trivia about this room. When I bought the house, the previous owner, a little girl lived in this room. And they painted it really weird colors. From here down was brown. From here to about here was blue. From here to halfway to the ceiling was white. And the rest of it was yellow. Needless to say, I painted over it. But there's glow in the dark stars on the ceiling, which I never took off. Of course, the light never really is off in here for the kitties to see. Bridget says, sounds like nightmare colors. You should see what the master bedroom looked like. One of the walls I nicknamed the slaughter wall. The house, I got a good price on the house. I didn't mind painting some walls, but it took a lot of coats to cover that one up. Basically, it looked like somebody had, I called it the slaughter wall because it looked like somebody had a firing squad against it. The previous owner got creative with some of the paint, their paints, and it looks like they used the rest of their paint up by splattering it on the wall and tried to make some sort of design out of it. They weren't successful. I just posted a caught Trillian with my cell phone. She took a selfie. I just posted it on her page. Well, she posted it. I posted it. She, whatever. I found him. I did. I found him. That's what I did. Okay, the glue's not in here. The tube is already open, so I need Chris to tell me where it's at. As Peaches demonstrates, fostering is not just about kittens. There are plenty of adult cats that need temporary foster care as well. So if you can't dedicate a room to kittens and be able to protect the flooring, or don't want to risk damaging the floor because kittens are destructive, um, try fostering adults. You could get someone as sweet as Peaches. Not the wrist, the fingers down here. See? She's giving love nips. She's getting very happy. She's kind of like taking her teeth and pushing her teeth against my hand, not really biting. Then she forces her cheek against it. Some cats do not do well in cages, so they're hard to adopt because they have cage aggression. But in a home environment, their personalities can come out and you can help get them adopted by finding out what their true personality is. Her tail is telling me that she's in a good mood, she's happy, but she's got a little bit of crazy going on. Her playful side is starting to come out more. I saw her playing in the room by herself earlier, which was a first for me. Of course, that might have been just after poop zoomies, but still, she was playing. That's quite an itch you got there. she scratches her ears, it's like you can imagine somebody playing the guitar and they're doing these big old strums. That's how she was scratching her ear. Okay, I'm going to close chat now. Heard a strange noise, so I want to go investigate. I think somebody thundered down the stairs and ran into the door. Excusez-moi. Did not approve. I turned it inside out for a while so that it would hold itself open better. Enjoy the peaches. Have a nice day.